Honorable members, we are continuing with the second reading of the NASFA bill. Maybe a little bit of information. We were informed that as we are contributing, some of the voices are too low. So if we can improve in terms of the loudness of our voices. Like I said, we are continuing, so I'm still inviting for more contributions. Okay. I see none. I now put a question that the bill be read a second time. Any objection? Agreed to? The Secretary will read the bill a second time.
Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Amendment Bill, Bill 4 of 2025.
Thank you so much. The Secretary will read the third order of the day.
Debate on community state, Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Amendment Bill, Bill 4 of 2025.
Thank you. It is moved that I leave the chair. Any secondment? Any objection? I see none. Agreed to. And the Honorable Likando, the first Vice Chairperson of the Committee of the Whole Council, will now take the chair. Honorable Likando.
Honorable members, the Committee of the Whole Council is called to order. Honorable members, once again, the Committee of the Whole Council will consider the Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Amendment Bill, Bill 4 of 2025. I shall now put Class 1 to 2. Any discussion? I see none. Any objection? I see none. Class 1 to 2 agreed to. Honorable members, I shall now put Class 3 to 6. Any discussion? I see none. Any objection? I see none. I shall now put Class 3 to 6 as I agreed to. Honorable members, we move on. I shall now put Class 7 to 8. Any discussion? Once more, any discussion? I see none. Any objection? I see none. I shall now put Class 7 to 8 as agreed to. Honorable members, we move on. I shall now put Clauses 9 to 10. Are we together? Any discussion? I see none. Any objection? I shall now put Clauses 9 to 10 as agreed to. Honorable members, I shall now once again put Clause 11 to 12 for discussion. Any discussion? I see none. Any objection? I see none. I shall now put clause 11 to 12 as agreed to. I shall now put clause 13 to 15 for discussion. Any discussion? Any objection? Honorable members, I shall put clauses 13 to 15 as agreed to. Honorable Kambrude, I see a high consultation.
My apologies, Chair.
With no objection, shall I move on? I shall now put clause 16 to 19 for discussion. Any discussion, honorable members? Honorable Kambrude.
Thank you, Honorable First Vice Chairperson. I just have a small comment, and it bothers me a lot, and that is
On clause
clause 18,
18.
18A, and it reads as follows: fields of study and courses to be given priority for purpose of financial assistance. And it reads as follows: the Minister, after consulting the Board, shall each year before the end of January publish by notice in the Gazette and post on the official website of the Ministry a list of the fields of study and courses which, for the purpose of financial assistance in terms of this Act, are to be given priority. I see disaster in that, because if the Minister has to decide what fields must be studied, it's going to be a problem. Unless there's far and wide consultation, unless there's consultation with the industries, etc., etc., I so submit that it really concerns me and it should be looked at. Thank you. I so submit without supporting the vote.
Any further discussion? Honorable members?
No. I just wanted to add what Honorable Kambrude have said. By January, it may be also late, because mostly the universities are calling for applications September, October, around there. And it's closing already by September or October, the university applications. And the minister will only decide by January that which field will be prioritized. So perhaps also to look into that also. It can be late for what?
Honorable member, these, if I may be right, these are observations.
Yeah.
As we move on.
Yeah.
Okay. Any further discussion? Any objection to clause 16 to 19? I see none. Therefore, I shall put forward clauses 16 to 19 as agreed to with those observations. Honorable members, I shall now put forward clauses 20 to 23. Any discussion or further observation? I see none. Any objection? I see none. I shall now put clauses 20 to 23 as agreed to. Honorable members, I shall now put clause 24, the short title. Any discussion? I see none. Any objection? I shall now put clause 24, the short title, as agreed to. Once again, honorable members, I shall report the bill without amendment. So agreed to. Honorable Chairperson, I hereby report on the Committee of the Whole Council that the Committee of the Whole Council discussed the Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Bill, Bill 4 of 2025, and the committee has gone through the bill, Bill 4 of 2025, as 34th, in the accompanying copy, and agreed to without any amendment. I so submit, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much, and the permission is hereby granted to you to take your seats after signing. Thank you. Honorable members, the Secretary will read the fourth order of the day.
Debate on third reading, Namibia Financial Assistance Funds Amendment Bill, Bill 4 of 2025.
Thank you. As we are saying goodbye to this bill, I invite your final contributions. I see. Okay. Honorable Mbango.
Yeah, thank you, Honorable Chair. I should say goodbye to this. I think the rationale behind this amendment is to cut costs and also to reduce bureaucracy. And I think it's not only NASFA. There are also other entities that are also having the same inherent problems. And I hope our mother, the incoming president, will take care of that, because when you look at, for example, at the road fund administration, which is managing collecting revenues, the roads has been maintained by road authority. So we pay for our license, the disc and so on, and then just a committee there that has been established, collect our money and decide how much should be given to this local authority, how much should go to road authority. But what values do they put in maintaining the road? None. It could also be better if the road fund administration was also, if that money was supposed to be given to road authority, because at least they are maintaining the roads. And I think some of those issues will also be looked at going forward. And I'm quite sure it looked very much promising that the incoming president is very optimistic, and I hope she will effect a lot of changes. And I would want Her Excellency Netumbo also to look into those issues. There are many entities that are also causing unnecessary bureaucracy, and they have unnecessary expenditures which also need to be rectified. Now on this one, my final word is just to agree with this House, the other previous members have said, that decentralization is key. And that regulation, once the minister come up with that regulation, it must be shared also with us, so that we can know, so that we can also make an input. I think these things of working in isolation also is not good. I remember Ministry of Agriculture developed a regulation on the water policy, and they invited some of the MPs to help. Honorable Amdingi was there, I was also invited to help. Why can't the other ministry also do the same? Just to help them so that we can go through. And when we were there, we looked at that regulations, sure, we made a lot of changes. So the draft from the ministry was like punishing the poor of the poorest. And then we said, no, some of these things must go out. And the staff were adamant, said, no. For the sake of sustainability, we said, no, it's not about sustainability. Water is a basic need. We're supposed to be cheap. And we removed a lot of things. And I hope the Ministry of Higher Education will also consult us. Once they draft, they can draft, but then it must also engage us so that we can also make an input. At the end of the day, so that we can be able to help a Namibian child. Education should be affordable. Water, electricity, education, food, it should be affordable. And we cannot negotiate on that one. Those were my short contribution as we say goodbye to this vote. So submit. Thank you.
Thank you. I see a hand of Honorable Tebela.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Members, for this opportunity. They say, "Kotla shalo gong sale molwara." So, when you put a hood into a fire, you expect to see the light, but you never see the end result that will be ashes. So, we have been complaining, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Members, about the accountability of NASFA. And hopefully, with these developments, we will see that transformation that will be brought by this or brought here by this bill to the public, where transparency, where funds will be channeled directly and not having these mickle players in there. So we have also seen in the past things, for example, you saw a student that applied and then admitted but never registered with the institution, but still the money is channeled to those institutions. And then you wonder how, well, the student never registered. So, and that's what the auditing reports has picked up, and hence we came to the existence of this bill. And hence I'm saying that really to kiss goodbye, it's when we will say we want to see accountability of this fund. I so submit.
Thank you. I further saw a hand of Honorable Likando.
Honorable Chair, I had expected the Honorable Kambrude to further amplify on the issue of the fund. It's just an appeal that the fund rely heavily on the taxpayers' money. But I think going forward, it should be comparison that anyone who extract our natural resource should have a certain percentage to contribute towards this fund, either in the fishing sector or in the mineral sector, so that the fund grows and caters for all. It must not be an option, but it must be a priority. That if any investor comes in the country, if we really want to put education as a priority, that certain percentage of the extraction of our natural resource should contribute towards this fund so that it caters all, and also the emphasis of the decentralization that let's not try to tribalize, because every Namibian, if you go into our country, I have a constituency where I have a military base that have soldiers who rotate every 24 months. They have kids. And now if you look at our surname, we have Likando Johannes, Kambrude Msialela, which means we have reached an extent that we have Namibianized all our constituencies. So we should really not feel left out. So this is why I'm putting this emphasis that let's share the cake of our natural resource and all investment that are coming to this country through allocation of certain percentage to these funds so that we should not feel marginalized. And I hope come the next financial year, we must feel the impact that really the restatement of this NAMSAF to higher education has impacted more in terms of redistribution of resources, especially educating our future generation. Honorable Chair, these were just statements that I wanted to add while supporting this bill. Everybody is waiting for this bill, and I must appreciate the National Council members that were called in a very short time to attend to this important national bill, which we are bidding farewell. With those few words, I so submit.
Thank you so much. I see a hand of Honorable Kamburuda. Hopefully not because of the attendance of the guest.
Chairperson, are you perhaps a prophet? Honorable Chairperson, honorable members, I actually didn't want to say anymore or something anymore. But I just realized that this is the last few hours of Honorable Likando. And it's also our last session for this calendar year, 2024-25. So I rise, and also because Honorable Likando mentioned my surname twice, there's always retaliation when you mention my surname. You see? Good. Honorable Chairperson, as I've said, I'm very excited about the changes that may come. Am I protected, Chairperson?
You are definitely protected.
As I've said, I am very excited about the changes that's going to come to the NASFA Act. And I would really hope that decentralization would play a key role in terms of the changes that's going to come. As Honorable Mbangu, not Honorable Wambu, most probably that's also prophecy. As Honorable Mbangu has alluded, it is very important that we look at the streamlining and enhancement of the levels of service delivery. And it is also important, as Honorable Likando spoke about, our shareholding and the financing of NSFAF. NSFAF cannot operate properly without funds. That's a fact. I said government must fund NSFAF. But how do we fund NSFAF if we do not collect what is duly ours? But Honorable Likando will know himself, and I always make this example of Rossing Mine, where we as the state, we have 51% decision-making rights, but we have only 3% monetary rights. And I always ask this question: what's the use of making the decisions, but those decisions does not generate the necessary income? So it is important, through the Chair, Honorable Likando, that whilst you are going to the National Assembly, that you go there and that you table a motion that we renegotiate all our agreements with investors, especially with regards to our extractive industries. It is your duty, Honorable, through the chair, I instruct you as your senior in terms of my white bed. Through the chair, I instruct you when you land over there safely, kindly start and say, I have been instructed by my previous institution, the upper house of review, to come and talk to you commoners around here, the House of Commons, that we should look at the renegotiation of our contracts. The NTA gets funding from a percentage that the employers needs to pay to the National Training Authority that is used for education. At the Social Security Commission, they have got a development fund that's also used, and hundreds of millions lying there. We need to tap into those resources for NASFA. What's the use for the Social Security to have a development fund and they finance education? Should they not rather channel that money to NSFA? Should the NTA not rather channel what levies they get to NSFA in order to make it lighter on government? Because the industry, labor industries, makes provision for those kind of levies or pay to these institutions. So I would, through the chair, then just ask Honorable Likando to please see to it that those things are negotiated, the contracts that we negotiate with the foreign investors. It's no use that we have all the minerals in the world, but we are sucking at the achterspeen, as we say. So, Honorable Chairperson, I would then, with these few words, wish Honorable Likando a nice journey. Nice journey. Don't interrupt me. A nice journey across the street, and also then say goodbye to the bill, because this is the last time that we are going to deal with on. I so submit, Honorable Chairperson. Thank you very much.
All right. I didn't want to say no to what he said, but it is all well. Honorable Isaac, did I see your hand or you were stretching?
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members. While saying goodbye to the Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Amendment Bill, this
Okay,
time around,
Honorable Isaac is protected.
this time around,
You are
we
protected,
must not
Honorable
be
Isaac.
excluded. This time
Address
around,
address the chairperson and do not even
yes,
listen.
I'm checking the Chairperson.
Yes.
This time around, we must not be excluded, the South Runners, from this funding. We must be fully funded this time around. All the students who have been admitted at the universities, VDCs and colleges, all of them must be assisted this time around. Don't think we are happy. We are quiet. We are just quiet, but you're not happy. So please, change these things. Go to the registrations every year to these places. NAS,
Honorable Isaac. Honorable Mbango, you are on which point? Rule 68. Okay, thank you so much.
Just want to ask a question to Honorable Isaac. He's a businessman and he's a farmer. Honorable Kamburuti was talking about the issue of levy. Honorable Isaac will also agree if farmers can also be charged levies to go to NASFA. That's my question to Honorable Isaac, as a businessman. Yeah. So that also this big business can also be charged levy. Because I cannot contribute, I spoke already, so I hope if you can if you can amplify on that. So submit, thank you.
Honorable Isaac, maybe on behalf of farmers and business people, if you can react to the...
Thank you, Chairperson, our members. We are so excluded from this funding that we never benefited from these things. That's why the positions, if you advertise positions, and positions are coming with requirements, then you will see we are not qualifying. A simple position, accountant, we cannot qualify. And somebody must come from Osigadi, from Enana, from Kadima, to Gibeon. That is not good. Help us also. The government, whether it is which government, is there to assist us weak. They must help the weak people to grow also. That is not coming forth in the south. If you travel from here, from Windhoek, travel to Marindal now, to Rebot now, you will smell if you go from Rebot south. You will smell poverty. I smell it. You will smell poverty. I smell it. Because I know poverty.
Okay, Honorable Isaac, you can now come to your point.
Yeah. The levy for the farmers, the government is giving drought relief food free of charge to the human beings. But they are giving fodder for the farmers on a subsidized basis. So there's no way our farmer can pay levy. There's no way. So I submit.
All right. Thank you so much. Any further contributions? I see none. Honorable members, I shall now put a question that the bill be read a third time. Any objection? Agreed to. The Secretary will now read the bill a third time.
Namibia Financial Assistance Funds Amendment Bill, Bill 4 of 2025.
Thank you so much. The Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Amendment Bill is hereby officially passed without amendment. Honorable members, before we get to the closing remark, I would like to inform you that the Presidential and National Assembly elections of November 2024 has resulted in us, National Council, transferring Honorable Elder Felipe and possibly, underline the word, possibly Honorable Likando, if, yes, to National Assembly. We hope that our wish and aspirations will be represented at that platform, and I thank you. Honorable Gerard Shimi, Chief Whip, and all other whips that are present here, honorable members, Advocate Tosi, the Secretary to National Council, and of course, all National Council staff members, media representatives, ladies and gentlemen. I hope it's afternoon. Good morning. Please forgive me to be very slow today because I'm using 3 systems here. Because one of them that's supposed to assist me better is not operational. we have come to the end of this third special session that was convened in accordance with Article 74, Sub-Article 8 of the Namibian Constitution, read together with Rule 26 of the National Council Standing Rules and Order. This special session was specially convened to mainly consider the Namibia Financial Assistance Fund Amendment Bill, commonly known as NASFA Amendment Bill, Bill 4 of 2025, which we have successfully done. Hence for ourselves. Like always, I applaud you from the bottom of my heart for your commitment and attendance during this special session. Due to your commitment to this national duty, National Council never lack a quorum. And of course, you have actively participated in the debate. This is something commendable. Above all, our discussions always take place in a very respectful and decent manner. We have received comments from the public, especially those that are following us, those that are following our debates, and they are commending us on this. Honorable members, representation of the people's view and wishes of our regions are heard and observed through your contributions. As we are gearing up to usher in and welcome the new president, the 8th National Assembly, and of course, the new cabinet, I call upon you humbly to embrace the historic occasion by fully attending all those occasions. Please attend to all the invitations, not only to the occasions that I have enumerated, but to any other invitations that you will receive henceforth. In conclusion, I would like to thank each and every one of you for your valuable attendance and contributions. May God bless National Council. May God bless Namibia. I thank you. Honorable members, I shall now call upon the Chief Whip to adjourn the House. While he's preparing doing so, once again, I would like to give thanks to our guests, and we are inviting them to the next proceedings, which will follow after this. Honorable Chief Whip.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson, honorable members. The House will stand adjourned until further notice.
Any secondment? Any objection? I see none. The House stand adjourned until further notice. So agreed.
Honorables, it was announced that we remain.
Uncle, word wakker asseblief.
As my man op die operasietafel moet sterf, dan sal ek jou met my eie hande met karret skeer.
Wat gaan aan?